It is definitely not a conspiracy theory that these governors are trying to acquire land to put affordable housing on it. Yes, there is a land grab. And I don't even need to go into the smart cities and all of that. Enough is there. I was actually like, I was shocked when I saw this because it was just immediate deja vu. The same exact thing happened in Lahaina. So Gavin Newsom, being all weird, says, by the way, while fires are still burning, not all the people are still missing. Some people, I'm sure, don't even know if they have their homes or not. So Gavin Newsom comes out and says, I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land concerns he has around speculators coming in and buying up properties. So they're going to frame this as they're trying to protect the homeowners from predatory people coming in. No, the predatory ones you need to look at is him and Josh Green. Okay, the reason this gave me deja vu is because the exact same thing happened, ironically, with Josh Green right after Lahaina. Josh Green, while embers were still burning, while people were still missing, did the same thing.
Thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can put it into workforce housing, to put it back into families, or to make it open spaces in perpetuity as a memorial to people who were lost.
Yeah, and obviously people saw that and they were like, "What? Why don't we figure out how many people we have missing before we start talking about that?" So fast forward to, or back a little bit, December 17th, 2024, Western state governors eye public lands for affordable housing development. You see, the governors have a little bit of a problem on the West Coast because the federal government owns a lot of that land. In California, the federal government owns almost 50% of the land, and they own it because natural resources such as minerals, oil, gas resources, timber, wildlife and fish, recreation, natural parks, stuff like that. A lot of it is honestly to protect the land as well. So in December, these governors, you have Josh Green of Hawaii, Jared Polis of Colorado, and then the governor of Nevada. I don't know what his name is. And we'll just skim through some of what they were talking about. In Nevada, where 80% of the land is owned by the federal government, officials are utilizing a 2 decades old federal law to acquire parcels from the Bureau of Land Management for development at a fraction of the land's market value. While access to land is only a piece of the housing puzzle, in places like Clark County, where we are today, available land for development is slated to run out by 2032. The Southern Nevada Public Land Management Act was passed in 1998, but the state became more aware of that provision in the last 3 years and has developed blah, blah, blah by selling land at a heavily discounted rate. Okay. And we'll just go to Colorado and look what's going on there. In Colorado, the mountain resort town community of Summit County became the first in the nation to lease land from the U.S. Forest Service, which controls more than 3/4 of the area's land, for the purpose of building affordable housing. The agreement, approved last fall, would allow officials to build 162 income-restricted rental units to an 11-acre parcel of land, with several of those units going to Forest Service workers and the rest to county residents, making between 80 and 120% of the, okay, blah, yeah, you see what they're doing. So that's what they're doing. Here's another interesting piece to all of this as well. I don't know that much about Nevada. I don't know that much rather than what I just told you about Hawaii. But I do know that Colorado and California are both sanctuary cities that got a big influx of illegal immigrants. I also know that these same governors that are saying we need more land, we need more affordable housing, we're out of affordable housing, they're also the ones that push for more illegal immigration and push for sanctuary cities so that they will not be deported and they get protected. And a lot of these cities where you've had an increase in illegal immigration, for instance, Denver, Colorado, you've seen a mass increase in homelessness. So you can kind of see how they're creating a problem and then creating the solution. Also, mass illegal immigration, it brings down wages and actually increases housing costs. And when you're bringing in more people, obviously you have a bigger demand too, which increases housing costs as well. So there's no conspiracy. That is, in fact, exactly what they're doing.